Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And away we go from NRG Stadium. Return starts at the 3. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go, let's go.
They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off. But don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon and give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They're going to run here. It's Mixon. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
From the gun, Stroud. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd.
Now Stroud on 3rd and goal. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. He's at the 30. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers get it down to a single point. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers start off well to tie things 7-7. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. throwing here on first. Caught by Diggs. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First down, Stroud. He's got this complete to Dameon Pierce. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of one. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They're moving it well, but now face a 3rd and short. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
4th and 3, drive on the line. And he could have a free play here. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call. Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Samuel now to return it. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Purdy setting up that play action. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers finish off their opening drive. George Kittle, the touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for Brock as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Returnable from the 1. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running left is Mixon. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Brought down by Javon Hargrave. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 24. Chased out to his right. Now here he goes.
You know, sometimes, and you've heard this from a lot of the great coaches, know when to lose a battle to win the war. And that time, just simply not taking a loss, pretty big deal for the offense.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Shotgun now for Stroud. Complete beyond the marker. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. And this is picked up by the 49ers.
Hey, I get it, Kate. 3rd down, you're doing all you can to try to stay on the field. But unfortunately, poor ball security loosens his hold on it, and the defense knocks it free. Instead of facing 4th down, even better, that defense is off the field completely.
Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this through midfield and starts pushing into Texans territory. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They stick with McCaffrey. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line. 3rd and short, here's Purdy. That finds Ayuk, complete. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers get some late points and the lead. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing is Stroud. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. He needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Diggs there to bring it in. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Jarvarius Ward brings him down. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. That's cut beyond the marker. At the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans earn the chance to tie before halftime. Nico Collins with a touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right? Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. You gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Samuel now to return it. Look at this out of the bag of tricks. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 1st down throw by Purdy. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. They kick the running back in motion. Pretty throwing here on 1st. Quick slant to Samuel. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second and 3. He's throwing deep to the left side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. The 49ers will call their third and final timeout. The drive picks up here, first and 10. Running back sent in motion. Purdy gets this from the pistol. That one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. And now it's second down. They kick the running back in motion. To throw again, it's Purdy. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
On third down, Purdy. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is. If he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Moody knocks it through. And they've taken back the lead. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set, first and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. It's
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the gun is Purdy. To the left side and reeled in by Kittle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Purdy on first down. Into the hands of Kittle. And working a couple of yards past the line. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Kamari Lassiter getting up there to make the stop.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
back to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. On is Moody for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the 49ers make it a 10-point ball game.
Texans 21.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Kickoff taken at the 3. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
At their own 20-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On play action, here's Stroud. Collins there to grab it.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
At the 30-yard line.
It's Mixon on 2nd down. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. Some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Dell with the grab. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Diamador Lenore there on the stop.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Sends it to Diggs along the sideline. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, Stroud. He's going to push one deep down there. This is caught inside the 15. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. So they'll be set up with a 1st and goal when we come back. The Texans have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. Big play sets them up pretty here with 1st and goal from the 5. Nixon on the counter. Finds the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Nice execution to get that counter to the end zone. Maybe not the play we expected, Brock, but the play that they needed right there.
I love a well-executed counter. I really do. It's like a good boxer, Kate. You set him up with a feint one way, and then you hit him with the knockout the other. Keep them from answering the bell, stopping you from reaching that end zone.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Samuel now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27.
Debo Samuel on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
Going run again with McCaffrey. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Back to throw it. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. First and 10, a run to Mixon. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
From the 28. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And he stopped cold at the spot. He paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Running with Mixon out of the gun. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the 49ers make the play that should win them this game. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity of looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. Jimmy Ward has it. And the defense has come through. They're in the end zone, and that gives them the lead. Late in the game, Brock, the lead, and if this holds, the win are theirs off the biggest play we've seen all game defensively.
Okay, by this point in the game, you're spent physically, but as defenders, you've got to be at your sharpest mentally. Get caught off guard, and this game could be over. Catch them off guard. All of a sudden, now you're defending the lead.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Samuel now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. After the pick, Purdy back to the air. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. He'll look to throw it. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked by their rookie out of Florida State. And the 49ers make the play that should win them this game. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him, partner. He does have the 3 touchdowns in this game, but also now a couple of interceptions.
You almost feel like, Kate, he's seeing most of the picture on how to attack this defense, but just not quite all of it yet. It's largely been good, as he said. Some nice touchdowns as well. But there's still a couple of these looks in coverage that are giving him problems, and he's got to figure that picture out.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He's got it near the 8. And he will score. And with almost no time left, that should clinch the win. So that should be the one that does it.